Here comes Wanderley Pereira of Brazil. Part of a 10-strong Brazilian boxing team.
Fighting out of the blue corner from Cuba, Yoenlis HERNANDEZ MARTINEZ.
And his opponent is from Cuba. Yoenlis HERNANDEZ MARTINEZ. Cuba with a smaller team than anticipated. 8 boxers arriving here. Nobody lighter than 57 kilograms. A couple of issues with COVID tests in terms of participation.
His opponent to the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Hungary, it's
So Brendan McCarrigal is the referee from Ireland, and we are underway. Well, remember, it was a Brazilian boxer who took middleweight gold with a stunning performance. Herbert Carvalho Souza checking the chin of Alexander Kizniak to give him his first loss in that Olympic cycle in the gold medal bout in a contest that the Ukrainian boxer Kizniak was dominating. But again, an example as to how wonderful this sport is, because what was appearing to be a hopeless endeavor was turned around with one single solitary shot as Kizniak continued to press rather than manage the victory that he'd established over the first 2 rounds of the Olympic gold medal bout in Tokyo. So after his exertions, he not competing here for his homeland on the World Championship stage. Instead, it is Wanderley Pereira, the 20-year-old who is representing the South American nation here in his first World Championship. And because of the presence of Herbert Carvalho de Souza, he's not yet taken a national title. The most recent Brazilian national championships, he was eliminated by the man who would become the Olympic champ in the semi-finals. So national championship bronze for him. Yoenlis HERNANDEZ MARTINEZ of Cuba. With the departure of Arlen Lopez up to the light heavyweight division, well, it's opened up an opportunity in this weight class. What an outstanding tradition Cuba have in the middleweight division over the years in AIBA style boxing. So, effective left jab being shown by Pereira. Hernandez looking to get on the front foot. Counter right hand is an effective shot by the boxer in blue. Cleverly placed little left uppercut underneath from the Cuban boxer. Same shot once again, but it was of the longer variety. Wonderful defense by moving at the waist to slide the punches coming in his direction, demonstrated by Hernandez. Two big, broad-shouldered middleweights feinting, trying to draw that lead that they can counter. Lead left hand landed first for the Cuban boxer, and then a beautiful counter after making Pereira miss. The follow-up fusillade from the man in red was off the mark as well. And a reluctant conclusion to the round in terms of both men wanted to keep punching just in case the bell was to signal the end of action in ring B, but it was indeed to draw a close to the matters of the first round. A very good round. But it's Hernandez who has taken it unanimously, 10-9 for all 5 scoring judges. So some of the action then from the opening round. Lead left hands in evidence from both of the boxers. But just some clever defensive work demonstrated by Hernandez throughout the course of the 3 minutes. Able to slip and slide while remaining in punching range and come back with crisp counters. So into the second round we go then. Mention the fact that Pereira has yet to experience national championship success given the strength in depth at 75 kilogram middleweight for Brazil. Remember, we had the Falcaos in and around that weight as well. So it's been quite a seam of success for the South American nation. But Pereira getting his opportunity on the global stage here. And of course, that's certainly been the case with Hernandez. His sole national championships coming at the youth level back in 2015. He's experienced podium finishes since then, most recently in 2019. When he lost to Yanier Aru in the gold medal bout, but a couple of bronze medal finishes as well, so he's getting ever closer. And again, that's an example of the persistence and the tenacity you need if you hope to become the main man in a nation where boxing is the overriding sporting passion. Continue to train, continue to persist, because those qualities, again, will serve you well in the contest when things not necessarily going your way. The ability to dig deep and call upon everything you have within you. Valuable attributes to have. That's terrific punch picking, starting with a right hand to the head and then ending with a left hand to the body from Hernandez. Turned southpaw momentarily and snaked out a straight right hand. Now he's back in his familiar orthodox stance, but he's showing good variety here, is Hernandez. Ability to do a little bit of everything. Box up on his toe. Oh, what a right hand! Counter right hand was beautiful. Fired up from the belt line and he got terrific leverage on it. Sturdy set of whiskers demonstrated by Pereira. My goodness, because that landed flush. Swiveled his head, but he kept his composure and boxing stance, having absorbed it. But he's demonstrating good variety in this second round, Hernandez. The ability to get up on his toes, box on the back foot, and certainly comfortable in the pocket. Both boxers adopting a similar posture with low held hands, trying to draw that lead that they can work off. Neither boxer really neglecting the jab, but it's coming from unconventional angles, and credit to Pereira for trying to up the tempo here, having been picked off when it's been at a slower pace, which suits Hernandez. Closing seconds of the second round. Pereira just enjoyed a very good portion of the round by increasing his punch output. Hernandez content to move back to the ropes, see him attempting a counter once again. The right hand to the body was a scoring shot as he catapulted himself off the ropes. So the second round in the book. One suspects it's going to be scored unanimously in favor of Hernandez once again. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the eventuality, but make no mistake, this man inside the closing 30 or 40 seconds had a good period where he increased his work rate. Martinez taking it on a 4-1 split. So the judge from Japan preferring Pereira in that second 3-minute frame. And it was perhaps that burst of activity that gave him the round on the card of that particular judge. I thought Hernandez did enough to take it. But overall, if you've got 5 people watching from different sides of the ring, 2 of them, of course, by definition, have to be on the same side. And perhaps a fair reflection of what took place in the second 3-minute round. So into the final round we go then. Both of these boxers competing on the global stage for the first time. has been multi-nations experience acquired under the belt of Hernandez. He's competed in Russia in the Governor's Cup in the beautiful city of St. Petersburg, but here he is in Belgrade, acquitting himself very well indeed on his World Championship debut. Pereira will be aware of the context of the bout, perhaps will be encouraged by the fact that he has taken the second round on the card of the judge from Japan. But Hernandez beginning this third round up on his toes and boxing off the back foot as he did in portions of round number 2. Looking for the uppercut hook combination. Left hook preceded by a right uppercut, and then just trying to distract his man, playing matador in front of him, bobbing, weaving. Pereira responds in kind, neither man really able to profit from the feints that they were proffering, while remaining within punching range. Beautiful head movement in the pocket from Hernandez, making Pereira miss, but he didn't counter and looked to make him pay. Did catch him with that right hand, Hernandez. Looking for a left uppercut to the body. Right hand attempted was long from the Cuban boxer. Good left hand to the body landed from Pereira. Uppercut hook again from Hernandez, a combination that he likes, but it was blocked by the gloves and forearms of the Brazilian boxer. So inside the final minute of the third round, right hand lead not too far away from Hernandez. Solid left hand fired in from Pereira. And again, Hernandez is not being made to be uncomfortable up there in the boxing ring. He's doing things pretty much on his own terms, and there's a good right hand once again. And again, if you're going to box in this type of manner, well, it's going to have a good set of whiskers if the radar doesn't detect the punch just coming in your direction. And again, both boxers just watching one another to ensure that a shot wasn't coming their way after the bell sounded and the referee raised a hand to let them know the round was over. Protect yourself at all times, remember, is a mantra of many referees. Those two boxers epitomizing that there. Saying, okay, I see you. And until the back was turned and they made their way back to the corners, they kept their eyes locked on the opponent. So Yoenlis Hernandez will, for my money, be progressing through to the second preliminary round of the middleweight division. We just await confirmation.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the bout number 67 at the ring A, the winner on points by unanimous decision is the boxer out of the blue corner from Cuba.
And there is confirmation. Sportingly applauded by his defeated opponent, Wanderley Pereira. It's Yoenlis Hernandez of Cuba who goes through to the second preliminary round in the men's 75 kilogram middleweight division. Very good contest between two skillful boxers, but Hernandez enjoying more sustained success more frequently throughout the course of the 3-3-minute rounds. A couple of really eye-catching right hands landed as well. Wonderful variety demonstrated both in his punch output and his movement up on his toes, flat-footed in ring center. Hernandez, a worthy winner, eliminating Wanderley Pereira of Brazil. And he will next be in action in 4 days' time in the afternoon session.